Islamophobia is a neologism used to refer to an irrational fear or prejudice towards Muslims and the religion of Islam. The term has achieved a degree of linguistic and political acceptance which is utterly at odds with facts and reality. Let us firstly deal with the facts. Mohammedan Muslims are the only group on the face of planet Earth who show their anger, their destructiveness, their hate-mongering and their warmongering on TV, in print, in their educational system and in their speech, against all other belief systems, be they Christian, Buddhist, Jewish, Hindu or animist. They are the only group who show their manifestations of hate and anger while holding their holy book, the Quran, in one hand, and guns, grenade launchers, swords and daggers with the other. They are the only group who, while demonstrating their hatred and anger, shout and call upon the name of their God with their terror verse, Allahu Akbar. They are the only group who, in the name of Allah, slaughter unarmed and innocent civilians by the sword, suicide bombings, beheadings, blowing up planes, buses, trains, etc., etc. Of all the acts of terror and aggression in the world today, Mohammedan Muslims have the pride of being the number one in at least 55 countries in the world, on 4 continents. Mohammedan Muslim law, called the Sharia, discriminates unreservedly against the following: all females, even be they the followers of Muhammad; all unbelievers, such as Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, Jews, etc., all homosexuals, all sects of Mohammedan Muslims who do not follow their methods. Mohammedan Muslims burn and destroy the holy places of other religious groups, such as churches, Buddhist temples, Hindu shrines and synagogues, without remorse. Mohammedan Muslims show nothing but utter contempt for the beliefs, property and lives of all those who do not believe as they do. Mohammedan Muslims massacre, mutilate, rape and destroy the lives and holy places of other Mohammedan Muslims who do not follow the same path, such as in Iraq, Afghanistan, Algeria, Sudan, just to name a few. Mohammedan Muslims in the Western democracies, while hiding behind their freedoms of speech and belief, declare in public and in the media that they intend to turn the Christian democracies into replicas of their depraved belief systems. Most Mohammedan Muslims in the world, the so-called silent majority, rarely demonstrate against these inhumane, depraved and sickening acts, conducted daily in their name and in the name of Islam. One can understand and sympathize with those Mohammedan Muslims who live under Islamic governments and live in fear of being in the opposition, but those who live in democracies have no excuse whatsoever in not showing their disapproval, disgust and anger at those who are allegedly bringing Mohammedan Islam in disrepute. It is one of the greatest ironies of history that it was Muhammad himself who said, "Silence means consent." Hence the silence of the followers of Muhammad in the West does mean that they consent to what others are committing in their name and in the name of Mohammedan Islam. In fact and in reality, they have no choice, since those that the media erroneously call Islamic radicals are actually the truest believers in the faith of Mohammedan Islam, as they are in reality only following what the Quran itself commands them to do in hundreds upon hundreds of verses, to force into conversion, to hate, to war, to subjugate, to slaughter, to plunder, to rape, and to enslave all those human beings who do not believe as they do. That is the remaining 87% of humanity. If all the above items which any and all sane human beings are watching on TV, reading in the newspapers or listening to on the radio do not justify being afraid of Islam, what will? Mohammedan Islam is radical. It has no shades.